song was "This Party Getting Hot" by Jazzy
Yes. No. That can you turn my mic up? No. That song was by Jojo Honey Singh.
Jazzy B was in it too, though. Your favorite
but that's
singer.
Yo-Yo. Yeah, I mean, much love to Yo-Yo Honey Singh. He's representing right now. Jazzy B Paji too. It's a big song, really big song.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this has been played at most of the parties that I've been going to.
Definitely. It's a great track, man. I really loved it. Good job, Honey Singh. Good job.
So, for all of our listeners that don't really know too much about you, how did you get your start in the music industry?
Well, I was like 13 years old. I grew up in Philadelphia area. My parents brought me here when I was 9. And, music was just one thing that we did. At that time, people wanted to hang out. I wanted to make music. So I used to hang out with people like Freeway, Young Bloods. These are like the real rap artists back in the day. Because I was in Philly with Tangled Thoughts. My man T-Neck, I call him Technique, so Tangled Thoughts, we were just coming up at that time. I got started. But before I was even performing for Punjabi people, I was doing it for the, American people. Because I didn't, this is going back a few years when there was no Desi scene at all. There was no parties, there was nothing going on, there was no YouTube, there was no Facebook, there was no Twitter, there was no websites.
I can't even remember life before that.
Exactly. So, so that's what we started when none of these things were there,
Yeah.
But we were doing a lot of shows, a lot of these India They Prayed, Pinox production came into place. Don Revo, what's up, man? If you're listening, Pinox, what it is. So, just, we kind of just young dudes, young Indians, want to do something for our culture, and that's how we got started.
That's great. And so, when you started, did you ever think that it was going to come to this point where you're going to be composing music and, producing music for Punjabi movies?
I always had a dream, I grew up listening to people like Tupac, Biggie. Mm-hmm. So, when you listen to their raps, Jay-Z and them, when you listen to their raps, whenever you do something, you got to do it big.
Very true.
So I always had this, that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, I'm going to do it big, that's why I kept it professional from day one, much as I could on my own. My team, my Real G's production team was always there for me to do it. But I try to keep it professional as much as I can. Being professional is really hard in the Indian scene, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. I totally know what you mean.
Right, okay.
So, since it's really tough in the Desi scene, what would you say is the harshest criticism that you've received, especially...
Oh, I used to have people, like a lot of people like, oh, you don't even know how to sing. What are you doing? You can't pronunciate right the words. Oh, you're not a singer. Oh, this is not what you do. It's all good, man. I'm here. I'm making music. I got a studio in my basement. I got 5-6 other studios. I love it. But I do want to thank those people because when people criticize you, it should always push you towards positivity. That's what it did to me.
Very true.
I wait for people to criticize me, but at the same time, I always stand behind my music because I believe in what I do. So, I was just listening to that Kudi Ye Haan Diye you played. I was like, man, that's me sounding like 7-8 years back. Oh, man. Like, day by day as you grow as an artist, you learn so much. I learned from my peers. I learned from, that's why, like, there's a lot of big music. Like, that's why people like Honey Singh, people like Diljit, people like Jazzy B, they have given us such a big music that you gotta, they given us that, hey, make music like this. Like Sukhshinder Shinda, I respect so much. I met him at the PTC Awards,
Oh, wow.
So I got so much love for him. Like, the type of music they have given us, we got to give them bigger music,
Very true.
So I believe in writing all my songs. Every artist should do that. So, back in the day, people used to be like, oh, you don't even know how to write songs. How you going to do it? I was like, it's all right. Don't tell me I don't know how to. Let me practice. I practiced for 5-6 years. Now I write a song in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, we can write a song right now, matter of fact.
All right, let's do it.
What do you want to talk about? I put GD on the spot. I did this song a couple of days ago. Ranbir S, a music producer from here, have done this. I'm going to let you know a couple of words of that. It goes, O loki karde ne gallan asi kam kari jaiye jithe yari nahi o pugniyo na kade laiye ਸਾਡੇ ਜੰਗਲ 'ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਹੱਦ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਗਿੱਦੜ ਵੀ ਜੱਜ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਗਿੱਦੜਾਂ ਲਈ ਖੁਦ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿੱਦੜਾਂ ਲਈ ਖੁਦ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਗਰੇ 'ਚ हाँ जिगरे च मैं तेरा ली प्यारे रखे है वे आपा जिगरे च. So that's a new album coming out.
Wow.
You know, so
I'm really looking forward to that.
you're gonna kill it. Ranveer's, he's a music producer from New Jersey. You know, one of my teammates from back in the day. We've been together for a long time, so you know he have done the music for this, and I think you guys gonna love what he did.
And you know the day that the song comes out, I'm playing it on Bhangra beats.
Not
you know I got you,
right? We're gonna
right?
hook you up, yo. We're gonna hook it up.
Alright, cool.
You know I got you, yo. You know? That's it.
For those that don't know, I've been a huge fan of GD since day one, since he came into the Punjabi music scene. Literally, when you started, I was at every single one of your shows.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you know, it's good to see you doing what you're doing too, because we're helping our culture at the end of the day.
Very true. Thank you.
You know, we gotta stay connected with our culture, man. And music and food does that.
Exactly.
So, I never let those two things go.
Speaking of food, I'm about to make some butter chicken when I get home. You in?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Alright.
It is what it is. With some Black Label.
That
With
department,
your dad.
That department was my dad. Yeah,
you know,
not a word.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Alright, so this next song is from one of your more recent albums. This is Jugni.
Jugni, yes. My recent album, 2-3 months ago, I released a CD called Sain Da Sher. This was a project I started 2 years back. And I wanted to do a spiritual album, but my kind of spiritual album.
Yeah.
So this album, you know, I kept it hip-hop. I kept it, you know, Qawwali feel, but I wanted to do it as me, you know. Because
Exactly.
I feel you don't have to be a pundit sitting in a mandir, or you don't have to be sitting in a gurdwara or sitting in a church or a mosque to be God's man, you know.
Very true.
Being who I am, could I be, you know, so I was fighting with myself writing these lyrics, you know, so I wrote Sain Da Sher. And, you know, Jugni was one of the big songs, man, so, you know, I'm glad you're playing that. It's the folk.
Yep, and I know you performed to this at Leher that happened at Rutgers, New Brunswick,
Right.
back in October. That was a really big hit, right?
Oh, yeah, it was a really big hit, man. Big up to all those people, man. They do a good job.
Alright, so here we go. Here is Jugni by GD.
That's it.